Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that the air you breathe, the food you eat, and the weather outside are all being controlled by problems no single country can solve alone. This is the reality of our world today. Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about global governance, a concept that may sound complicated but is actually very simple. Global governance means countries, international organizations, and leaders working together to manage global problems that affect humanity as a whole. It is not a world government. No single nation controls everyone else. Instead, it is a system of cooperation where countries share ideas, create agreements, and coordinate solutions for challenges that cross borders. And one challenge that perfectly demonstrates the need for global governance is climate change. Climate change is more than just water temperatures. It is a growing global crisis that is reshaping our environment, economies, and even human survival. Across the world, glaciers are melting, forests are burning, oceans are rising, and extreme weather events are becoming more frequent. In many African countries, prolonged droughts are destroying crops and threatening food security. In other regions, floods displace thousands of families overnight. What makes climate change especially dangerous is this. Its effects do not respect national borders. A factory in one country can release pollution that affects the atmosphere of the entire planet. This means no country can fight climate change alone, regardless of its weather, wealth, or power. Climate change has also become a social and economic issue whereby it affects jobs, health, migration, agriculture, and access to clean water. In short, climate change is not only an environmental problem, it is a human problem. And because it is global, it requires global cooperation. So, how global governance responds? It does so in this way. This is where international institutions and agreements become important. The United Nations plays one of the biggest roles in coordinating global action on climate change. Through the UN, countries meet regularly to negotiate environmental policies and share responsibilities. One of the most significant achievements of the global cooperation was the Paris Agreement. Under this agreement, countries committed themselves to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and limiting global warming. The agreement also encourages wealthier nations to support developing countries with climate funding, technology, and adaptation strategies. Another key institution is the World Health Organization, or WHO. Many people do not immediately connect climate change with health, but the relationship is very strong. Rising temperatures contribute to heat-related illnesses, disease outbreaks, malnutrition, and poor air quality. The WHO works with the governments to strengthen health care systems and prepare communities for climate-related health risks. Regional organizations are also involved. The African Union supports environmental cooperation across Africa by promoting sustainable development and climate adaptations. Beyond organizations and treaties, global governance can also include sharing scientific research, investing in renewable energy, creating environmental laws, and educating communities to promote sustainability. Of course, cooperation is not always easy, but countries often disagree because they have different economic interests, political priorities, and levels of development. Yet despite of these differences, global governance remains essential because climate change threatens every nation, rich or poor. So, in conclusion, global governance is humanity's collective attempt to solve problems that no country can solve alone. Climate change reminds us that we share one atmosphere, one planet, and ultimately one future. Organizations like the UN, WHO, and regional groups such as the AU demonstrates how cooperation can create solutions on a global scale. The fight against climate change is not only simply about protecting nature, it is about protecting human life, future generations, and sustainability of our world. Because it is an interconnected world, the challenges of one nation eventually become the challenges of all. Thank you.